We had an analyst from Russia on the Heat earlier on the broadcast with Anna Naidu, and he was saying, look, if the U.S. were to put weapons in place there, lethal weapons, think of it from the United States perspective. If Mexico and Texas were messing with one another, and Russians put weapons in Texas to try and get things going, how would the U.S. respond? And he was saying that the Russians are viewing this very differently than this is being viewed in the West. Is that a fair assessment?
The West says, well, you know, the Cold War is over. We got to get past this. But of course, NATO has pushed east and making it just a Cold War farther east. It's still containing Russia. You know, of course, the U.S. is containing China and the other sphere. So this neo-containment policy is left over from the Cold War, but it seems like U.S. policy is a bit stuck in both Asia and Europe. And I think that's what's, you know, the U.S. doesn't see how some of its own actions could have driven this, because I think pushing NATO east has really had an effect on Russia, this hostile alliance during the Cold War. And they really, Ukraine is so much more important than other countries in that area for Russia, traditionally, historically, cultural, et cetera. And that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to salvage something out of Ukraine.
The Ukrainian foreign minister went on Twitter. He said that, that the leaders from France and Germany discussed steps so the Minsk agreement can really start working. Getting back to the Minsk agreement, it really hasn't worked. What's going to be needed on both sides where both can save face and kind of step away gracefully, do you think?
Well, I think there does need to, in the end, you can see on paper where you would have autonomy for the eastern Ukraine, because a lot of those regions are very Russophilic. A lot of Russian speakers there and that sort of thing. And so I think that scares the West a little bit, because it may give Putin veto power over Ukraine getting into NATO, which is the really heart of the issue here. But I think, you know, we should have an independent Ukraine. Ukraine doesn't need to be in NATO. NATO can't defend it anyway because it's too far forward. They should have never let the Baltics right on the Russian border into NATO, because how do you defend ask any military person how you're going to defend the Baltics. The same way with Ukraine. It's so far forward. It's Russia's sphere of influence, and we don't like to talk about sphere of influence because that's so 19th century. But great powers still have buffer zones, and Russia really, it is really important for Russia to have a sphere of influence, and NATO ought to be smart enough to realize that.
All right, Ivan Eland in here with his analysis. Thanks so much. I'm sure we'll be talking about this again. It's not likely to go away anytime soon. Thanks so much.
Thank you.